Hello dear student, myself Pawan Kumar Wankhede, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, going to deliver a lecture on topic epilepsy. You must know the what do you mean by seizure. So seizure, it is a clinical manifestation of epilepsy. This occur basically due to excessive firing of the neuron and fast spread of impulses over the brain. Thus, there are two phenomena in pathophysiology of seizure: hyperexcitability of neuron and hypersynchronization. Certain by hypersynchronization. Hypersynchronization means what that a hyperexcitable neuron leads to excessive excitability of a large group of surrounding neurons. Means the large group of surrounding neurons are excited, and seizure is defined as involuntary alteration of behavior with or without loss of consciousness accompanied by abnormal electrical discharge in the brain. So this is mean by the seizure. So this is the motor cortex of the brain. This is the normal activity of the brain. This is the abnormal activity of the brain. Abnormal activity in the motor cortex could cause a partial seizure and a generalized seizure. So this is the normal activity, and this is the high frequency discharge of neurons are activated, and hence it causes the seizure. So now the definition of epilepsy. These are a group of disorder of CNS. So it is the neurological disorder, or it is a disorder of central nervous system characterized by paroxysmal. Paroxysmal means it is a sudden cerebral dysarrhythmia, means brain dysarrhythmia. Just like a cardiac arrhythmia, there is disturbances in rhythm of the heart. There is disturbances in rhythm of the brain, and hence it is called as the paroxysmal cerebral dysarrhythmia, means sudden dysarrhythmia of the brain. It is occur manifesting as a brief episodes, means it is a seizure of loss or disturbances of consciousness with or without characteristic body movement. In the epilepsy there may be a convulsion or there may be a not a convulsion. So with or without the characteristic of body movement called as the convulsion. It is sensory or the psychiatric phenomena. So this is the simply the definition of the epilepsy. Now which depending on the which part of brain it is involved, it causes the that symptoms. Means involvement of motor cortex. If in the brain there is a involvement of motor cortex, then the epileptic patient causes the convulsion. And if the brain is there is involvement of hypothalamus, then the it causes the peripheral autonomic discharge. Means the discharge it is increases, means the autonomic discharge such as the the discharge from the mouth it is increases, called as the peripheral autonomic discharge. Then if there is a involvement of reticular formation, it is for the awakening. And if there is a involvement of reticular formation, there is a loss of consciousness occur in the epileptic patient. Next we'll see the etiology of parkinson sorry etiology of epilepsy. Epilepsy it is mainly etiology it is idiopathic, means most of the cases you don't know the cause of the epileptic patient, but other causes means 72% or it is the idiopathic causes, means you don't know the causes of what is the causes of epilepsy. Other causes are inherited or the genetic causes. In the genetic causes there is a mutation of single gene or the multiple gene it is occur. The mutation especially due to the GABA receptor or enzymes, it causes the mutation, and it causes the epilepsy. Other in some down syndrome patient it may causes the epilepsy. Another call it is the acquired causes, which is acquired during our journey of life. It may be due to the head trauma, it is due to that of the injury, or it is due to that of the accident, it causes the epilepsy. Second, it is the neurosurgery. Neurosurgery, during the neurosurgery, it may causes the epilepsy. Third one, it is the cerebrovascular diseases in which it causes the epilepsy. Next, it is the infection, especially that it is due to that of the meningitis, means inflammation of the meningi. Then is the cerebral malaria. If there is a malaria affecting the brain, it due to that also it causes the epilepsy. Next, it is the metabolic disorder such as hypoglycemia. If the blood sugar level it is decreases, it may causes the convulsion, and it may causes the epilepsy. Then brain tumors, due to the brain tumors also it may causes the epilepsy. Then the fever in the child, if the temperature it is rises above the normal level, if the high temperature it is occur, it causes the epilepsy. This is the diagrammatic view of the causes of epilepsy. This is the brain damage from prenatal or perinatal causes during the childbirth. If the brain damages occur, it may causes the epilepsy. There is a defect in brain development such as Down syndrome or other syndrome. Due to that it may causes the epilepsy. Next one is the brain tumors. It may causes the epilepsy. Genetic basis, head injuries, infection, urological infection, and some unknown causes it may causes the epilepsy. Now, third one is the congenital. It is the inborn error of metabolism, and due to that of the if congenital due to that through the birth, it may causes the epilepsy. Withdrawal of some drugs such as alcohol, benzodiazepine, barbiturate, and antiepileptic drug. Withdrawal of drug means if you taking this drug for a prolonged period of time, if you suddenly stop this drug, alcohol, benzodiazepine, barbiturate, or some antiepileptic drug, it may again causes the epilepsy. Next one is a drug that induce seizure. Some drug may causes the seizure, such as the anesthetic drug, such as halothane, antimalarial drug, antipsychotic drug. It may induces the seizure. This is the diagrammatic view of percent of causes of that of the disease. 3% infectious disease, neurodegenerative disease, tumor, trauma, congenital, and some vascular disease, and 66% is the idiopathic. Means the cause of your epilepsy, you don't know the cause of epilepsy. These are the signs and symptoms of the epilepsy. The epileptic patient has the confusion, has the oro means it is a bad smell. Then there is a sudden fall of the epileptic patient. Then staring means only in the one direction the patient can see. Then it is the uncontrollable jerking movement, and there is jerking of movement due to the contraction and relaxation. Then is the strange sensation and the emotions. Strange sensation and the emotions. And the loss of consciousness and the awareness. This is the sign and symptoms of the seizure. Now see the pathophysiology of the epilepsy patient. In the normal patient, first uh, uh, seizure means this is the high frequency discharge of neuron it is occur. Means the action potential it is occur means there is a positive inward ion flux, means sodium channels, calcium channels it is enter into the brain, and it causes the depolarization, or it causes the voltage. If there is voltage change in the neuronal membrane, the ions involved include the sodium, potassium, calcium, and chloride. This is due to the voltage change in the neuronal membrane, and sodium and calcium it causes the depolarization, and the brain tissue prevent the hyperactivity by inhibitory mechanism involving the negative ions like chloride ion by the GABA receptor or the GABA neurotransmission. Means if there is excitation is occur, it is inhibited by the GABAergic mechanism by opening the chloride channels. So simply the action potential which causes the depolarization by opening of the some sodium and calcium channels, and it is if the hyperexcitation is occur, it is inhibited by the this GABAergic neurotransmission in the normal person. So the normal person does not have the epilepsy, so by this mechanism. Now, what happened in the epilepsy patient? In the epilepsy patient, there is a disturbance in the normal excitability lead to hyper excitability. Means there is a hyper excitation of the neurons. It is occur from one neuron to the another neuron, and it causes increased excitatory transmission of impulses and the decreased inhibitory transmission. Means it increases the excitatory transmission such as glutamate, NMDA receptor, and it causes the excitatory neurotransmission, it is increases, and inhibitory transmission it is decreases. Means aspartate, glutamate concentration it is increases, and GABAergic neurotransmission it is decreases. They and hence there is a alteration in the voltage gated ion channel, and thus it causes the epilepsy. So in the pathophysiology of epilepsy patient, simply the excitation it is more and inhibition is less. Means excitation it is more, excitatory transmission is more, which cannot be inhibited by the GABAergic neurotransmission, which is the inhibitory neurotransmission, and hence it causes the epilepsy. There is a two types of transmission of impulses, excitatory and the inhibitory neurotransmission. Excitatory neurotransmission involve the glutamate, that is the principal excitatory neurotransmitter in the brain, and the GABAergic neurotransmission means GABA or gamma aminobutyric acid is the principal inhibitory neurotransmission in the brain. Means if the excitation it is increases, it is inhibited by the GABAergic neurotransmission. So simply in the normal brain, the excitation which is inhibited by the GABAergic neurotransmission. If it is excitation occur by the glutamate and aspartate, it is inhibited by the GABAergic neurotransmission. Now what happened when it is if in the epileptic brain the excitation is increases, and the inhibition means inhibitory concentration of GABA it is decreases. Hence excitation increases and also inhibition it does not occur, and hence it causes the epileptic brain, or hence it causes the epilepsy. Now see the mechanism of seizure formation. Excitation of group of nerves. This is caused by inward current of sodium, calcium, and involvement of excitatory neurotransmitter like glutamate and the aspartate. And there is a too little inhibition, means GABAergic inhibition it is less and excitation it is more, and due to that it causes the epileptogenosis, means formation of the seizure or the formation of the epilepsy, and hyperexcitability and hypersynchronization of neuron that facilitate the spread. So from this diagram, we can clearly see that the pathophysiology of the seizure, there is a hyperexcitable state. There is a increased excitatory input such as glutamate, decreased inhibitory input such as GABA aminergic or the GABA aminobutyric acid, and the voltage gated ion channel in favor of the excitation, which causes the hyperexcitable state. And the hyperexcitable state it causes the excitation of neuron or the group of neuron it is excited, and it causes the epilepsy. Now epilepsy it is detected by the or the diagnosis by the electroencephalography. An EEG it is a graphical depiction of cortical electrical activity recorded by probes placed over the skull. EEG help in the diagnosis of epilepsy, sleep disorder, altered consciousness, and typical EEG shows waveform that help in the diagnosis. So simply, if in the diagnosis of epilepsy, it is done by the EEG. Now, so the next is the classification of epilepsy. The epilepsy is classified in the generalized seizure and the partial seizure. The generalized seizure, it is again classified into the generalized tonic-clonic seizure. It is also called as the major epilepsy, or it is called as the grand mal epilepsy. Why it is called generalized tonic-clonic seizure? Because it involves the whole brain, and hence it is called as the generalized tonic-clonic seizure. It is commonest of along the all epilepsy, and it will last for 1 to 2 minutes. The usual sequence is aura, means the patient have first bad smell or bad smell, and due to that first it is a bad smell it is occurred to the epilepsy patient. Then the patient it is cry, and then it causes the patient, it is unconsciousness, it is occur, and after that it causes the tonic spasm of whole muscle. Tonic means the muscle, it is contraction, it is occurs, and hence it is, tonic means is the muscle contraction, means tonic spasm of whole body muscle, and after that it causes the clonic. Clonic means it is the contraction and relaxation of the muscle, it is called as the clonic. Clonic jerking followed by prolonged sleep and depression of all CNS function. This is the called as the generalized seizure. Now, this is the diagrammatic view of the generalized seizure. If it is the whole brain, it is involved, then it is called as the generalized seizure. And if simple one part of brain it is involved, and it is called as the focal seizure or the partial seizure. This is the diagrammatic view of the generalized tonic-clonic seizure. Tonic phase means muscle, it is contraction, it is muscle contraction, it is occur. Cyanosis, epileptic cry means first it is aura, bad smell, then it is epileptic cry, and a generalized stiffening of the body, limbs, and the back. And this is called as the tonic phase. In the clonic phase, there is a contraction and relaxation of the muscle, it is occur, and there is a salivary frothing, cyanosis, blinking, and clonic jerk of the limbs, body, and the head. And this is the post-ictal confusional fatigue, limbs and the limbs and the body limb. This is the diagrammatic view of the generalized tonic-clonic seizure. Now next, it is called as the absence seizure, it is called as the minor epilepsy, or it is called as the petit mal epilepsy. The absence seizure, it is prevalent in the children. It is last about 1 to 2 minutes. It is in the absence seizure, there is a momentary loss of consciousness, it is occur. The patient apparently freezes and stare in the one direction. The patient, it is freezes means stop and stare in the only one direction, and no muscular component or little bilateral jerking is occur in the absence seizure. Hence, it is called as the minor epilepsy, or it is called as the petit mal epilepsy. It is mostly occur in the children. The next one is the atonic seizure. A means it is absence of tonic, means absence of contraction is occur. It is also called as the akinetic epilepsy. Unconsciousness with relaxation of all muscle due to the excessive inhibitory discharge, patient may fall. Means it is the absence of contraction, means relaxation of all muscle due to the excessive inhibitory discharge, and patient may fall, called as the atonic seizure. Next is the myoclonic seizure. From the name suggests, myo means it is a muscle. It is a shock-like momentary contraction of the muscle of limb or the whole body. The limb muscle or the whole body muscle, it is contracted, and hence it is called as the myoclonic seizure. Next one is the infantile spasm. It is also called as the hips arrhythmia. Seen in infant and probably not a form of epilepsy. Intermittent muscle spasm and progressive mental deterioration, it is occur. Next one is a partial seizure. It is also called as the classified into the simple partial seizure, or it is called as the cortical focal epilepsy. It is last for up to 1 minute and often secondary. Convulsion are confined to group of muscle or localized sensory disturbances depending on the area of cortex involved in the seizure without loss of consciousness. So it is called as the simple partial seizure. Complex partial seizure, it is also called as the temporal lobe epilepsy and or the psychomotor epilepsy. Attack of bizarre and confused behavior and purposeless movement, emotional changes lasting for 1 to 2 minutes along with impairment of consciousness. The seizure is focus is located into the temporal lobe, and hence it is called as the temporal lobe epilepsy. Now third one is a simple partial of the complex partial seizure, secondarily generalized. The partial seizure is occur first, and there is after that it causes the generalized tonic-clonic seizure with loss of consciousness. So partial seizure, it is divided into three parts: simple partial seizure, complex partial seizure, and a simple partial or complex partial seizures. Now see the classification of antiepileptic drug such as the barbiturate, deoxybarbiturate, example phenobarbital, primidone, fosphenytoin, oxcarbazepine, ethosuximide, sodium valproate, clonazepam, diazepam, lorazepam, clobazam. lamotrigine, gabapentin, pregabalin, and some are the newer drug. This is the classification of the anti-epileptic drug. Now let's see the general mechanism of action of the anti-epileptic drug. The anti-epileptic drug are three major mechanism of action. The first one, it is the prolongation of sodium channel inactivation. Second one, it is the facilitation of GABA mediated chloride channel opening. And third, it is the inhibition of the T type of calcium current. Now see the first is the prolongation of sodium channel inactivation. This is achieved by prolonging the inactivated state of the voltage sensitive neuronal sodium channel. You know that the sodium, it causes the depolarization. So this is achieved by prolonging the inactivated state of the voltage sensitive sodium channel. Means it act on the phase 1 of action potential, and that govern the refractory period of the neuron. Refractory period means from phase 0 to phase 3. If once the action potential is started, it cannot be again started from the new region, and hence that govern the refractive period of the neuron, and as a result high frequency discharge are the inhibited. Means more the high frequency of discharge, more the inhibition it is occur. So simply this is the sodium channels, this is the activity state and the inactivity state. So simply this is the it is the action potential. This is the phase 1 in which the inactivation of sodium channel it is occur. So simply following drugs such as phenytoin, carbamazepine, valproate, lamotrigine, topiramate, zonisamide, lacosamide, all these drug causes the same mechanism action such as the prolongation of sodium channel inactivation. Hence, due to that, the high frequency discharge of neurons are inhibited, and it causes the membrane stabilization it is occur. Means high frequency discharge are inhibited by this mechanism. Now second is the facilitation of the GABA mediated chloride channel opening. So this is the GABAergic neurotransmission. GABA, it is inhibitory neurotransmission. This is the GABA A receptor, and this is the barbiturate binding site, and this is the benzodiazepine binding site. These two drugs are the GABAergic modulator drug. Barbiturate has the GABA mimetic action. Means it when the GABA is binding with the GABA receptor, it increases the chloride channel opening, and it causes the hyperpolarization. And the benzodiazepine has the GABA modulatory property, and also it open the chloride channels, and it causes the hyperpolarization. So by these two mechanism, most these important drug are act by the this mechanism, such as the barbiturate, benzodiazepine, vigabactrin, valproate, gabapentin, and the tiagabine. Now third mechanism, it is the inhibition of T type of calcium current. The primary action appears to be exerted on thalamocortical system, which is involved in the generation of the opsin seizure. The thalamocortical system, it is involved in the generation of the opsin seizure. The EEG in opsin seizure shows the characteristic bilateral synchronous 3-edged spike. The thalamic neuron exhibit the prominent T current, which is low threshold calcium current due to inward flow of calcium through T type of calcium channel that act as a pacemaker and amplifies repetitive spike. Ethosuximide is selectively separate the T type of calcium current by blocking the calcium channels. So this is the inhibition of the T type of calcium current. Example are the ethosuximide, valproate, and the zonisamide. And this specifically, this type of inhibition, it is specifically used in treatment of the absence seizure. So ethosuximide simply it block the this T type of calcium current. Calcium channel L type, T type, and the N type. So in the ethosuximide, it block the T type of calcium current. It is specially occur in the thalamocortical system, and hence it is used in treatment of the absence seizure. Some are the new drugs such as the Vigabactrin or valproate, it is inhibited the enzyme GABA transaminase enzyme, which causes the metabolism of GABA into the succinic semi-aldehyde. And this enzyme it is blocked by the vigabactrin, and hence it increases the concentration of GABA, which often the GABAergic receptor, and which increases the chloride channel opening. Now next drug it is the gabapentin. Gabapentin it is a lipophilic drug which increases the release of GABA. So it is the gabapentin drug which is a lipophilic drug which goes into the this GABAergic neurotransmission, and it releases the GABA. So more amount of GABA it act on the receptor. Now next drug it is the tiagabine drug. Tiagabine is the drug which block the this GAT-A means transport of GABAergic neurotransmission. It is blocked by the tiagabine. Tiagabine uh, which block the these drugs. So simply tiagabine it is a newer anticonvulsant potentiated GABA-mediated neuronal inhibition by depressing GABA transmitter, which removes synaptically released GABA into neurons and glial cells. Vigabatrin it is inhibitor of GABA transaminase, the enzyme which degrade GABA. Anticonvulsant action may be due to increasing synaptic GABA concentration. So this is the basic regarding the what do you mean by epilepsy and what are the different target of drug action of the epilepsy drugs. So student before studying the anti-epileptic drug, student must know the what is the epilepsy. If you know the epilepsy, then you clearly understand the anti-epileptic drug mechanism. So I suggest all the student you must study the what is the pathophysiology of epilepsy. So in the epilepsy, excitatory concentration it increases and inhibitory concentration it is decreases. Hence, you have to decrease the excitation and increases the GABAergic neurotransmission. You have to increases. So simply the seizure means it is the high frequency discharge of neurons. It is occur in the brains means causes the depolarization by opening these sodium channels or the calcium channels. So this is the revise no revise. This is the definition. If depending on the environment it causes the convulsion, peripheral autonomic discharge or the loss of consciousness. This is the etiology. What are the causes of epilepsy? Most of the causes are unknown. This is the sign and symptoms of the epilepsy. It causes the confusion, aura, sudden fall, staring, and all this. This is the pathophysiology of normal person. Normal person does not because it is inhibited by the GABA. If the excitation is occur, it is inhibited by the GABA. If the excitation is occur and it is not inhibited by the GABA, then it causes the epilepsy. So this is the excitatory neurotransmission and the inhibitory neurotransmission. Excitation is increases and GABAergic neurotransmission it is decreases. It is by the electroencephalography diagnosis it is occur. This is the type of epilepsy. By only single diagram we can explain the mechanism of the anti-epileptic drugs. So I hope all the students understand the this pathophysiology of epilepsy and the target of drug action of the epilepsy. Thank you.